Good morning, folks. Just a little bit of a video from me today, guys. Obviously, you've seen me all over social media in terms of YouTube, Facebook. So this video will go out to both of my platforms. For some of you who don't know, some of you who do know, I've been a teacher, school teacher for about 12, 13, 14 years, give or take. So I've been in the teaching sector for quite some time, and I've taught the most challenging of children across the borough. If I'm honest with you, the hard to reach kids now. The hard to reach kids, guys, are the ones that are basically going to be suspended, excluded from the school. And to be honest, without blowing my own trumpet, I got 100% pass rate when they was doing the construction. Now, some of my videos, guys, that you've seen online about the, a bit of inspirational quotes, inspirational information. So it's just because I believe in what I do. I put it on my social medias. Yeah, I'm trying to be somebody out there. I'm trying to do something good with my life. I try to be inspirational for the young kids coming up. Me myself, obviously, this is not directed to anybody, but obviously I've got followers far and wide. Came off of council estate. Mum and dad tried, hard for me, the best they could. But they only can do so much. And the point of the matter is, guys, and the reason why this video is coming on board is, it doesn't matter if you've had a low privilege background or bringing up in terms of you've been brought up, with the lesser things in life. It just depends how you elevate in life after that, however you switch yourself on and, work hard to get what you're supposed to get in life. And the reason why I'm bringing this to your attention, guys, is that I just want you to understand in terms of when your kids are at school, and what I'm trying to explain to you now, guys, is I see and hear and watch and what goes on in schools, because I've been to the low privilege schools and I've been to the highest privilege schools like the universities, and I've been to a school where it's in special measures. Now everybody knows about special measures. Everybody knows about outstanding schools. So what I'm trying to say to you guys is I understand, and I'm a candidate for what I'm about to talk about. Kids these days, guys, I'm only as good as the parents. Now, in the comments, I'm going to get slated like nobody's business. But as a teacher myself, I only can do so much in a school day or in a college day. There's only so much I can do. Whatever that child brings to my classroom or my workshop, I have to be a mentor for 20, 25 people, okay? So whatever they bring into that classroom, I have to try my best to deal with. Now, I've had meetings with individual parents, because I would rather have an individual meeting with a parent whose student is disrupting 20 other people's lessons than having 20 other students, mums and dads coming in and having meetings with me. So what I'm trying to say is then, guys, if you know that your child or your stepson or your stepdaughter or something like that is a pain in the arse, for you at home, just please remember and think about this. They are a pain in the arse for class teachers, for schools, and because if they've got no respect and loyalties at home, they are not going to have respect and loyalties for somebody who's not their family relative. Now, sometimes it does switch. Now, obviously being a boxer years ago, you sort of respect your coach, you learn discipline, you learn loyalty, you learn respect. And what they do in the boxing gym, they try and transfer that so it's transparent into your homes, into your houses and stuff. So, and that's what we're trying to do as teachers. We have a massive job on a day-to-day basis when our students come into our classes and our students come into our workshops to do whatever they've got to do. Is when they're coming in hot and bothered, not fed, not looked after right, being hit, being having, you know what I'm trying to get at, guys, without being so crude and being horrible. We have a lot to contend with as people that are working in the industry. So it's imperative, guys, that parents take time with their kids, sit down with their children, and have a question, have a Q&A with them, ask them how the day's been, ask them, what you done today, who you been with, have you had your dinners today, have you done this, take some like interest in what they do. I know I'm 42 years of age, okay? I know I look a lot older, but it is what it is. But I'm 42 years of age. Back in the day when we was at school, our parents didn't really, how can I put it? They don't really take the time to ask about us and what did you do today, or there was more in they just cracked on with life, But my family did anyway, like, because there was 5 of us. 1 second. There was 5 of us in our family. God bless my sister, she's passed now. But there was 5 of us in our family. But Mum was doing her thing, Dad was doing his thing, and it was a hustle bustle family. So I understand that. But this day and age now, guys, every kid's got some form of electronic. Phone, iPad, computer, Xbox Live, PlayStation 5 Live, everything is that. So what they do, guys, they tend to interact on their own, or they're talking to somebody outside the bedroom online. And we see this in schools. We see this because they clamp up when we ask them questions. We see this when we're asking them specific things to, if we say, ask them a question and we want some detailed response, they can't do it. They cannot do it. They can't do it. And the reason for that, guys, is because their communication skills are shocking. Excuse me. And I'm talking to you guys as a teacher, talking to everyone. A spade's a spade with me, guys. I'm not a toffee nose, and I ain't, an idiot. I'm just a run-of-the-mill person that knows a little bit about everything. The old saying, a master of all trades, or is it jack of all trades and master of none? Okay, well that's probably what you probably guys are thinking of me at the minute. But if you take anything from this video today, guys, just understand this: when your kids go to school every day, they've got other different things going on. But as a good parent, as a parent that's asking these questions, a parent that it's not just saying, oh, there's an iPad, there's a phone, go and chill, go and do you, so you can have your chilling time, so you can sit there scrolling through Facebook or doing things on YouTube or any of your Snapchat, Instagram and all that. Your kids are doing exactly, they're mirror imaging what you're doing. So if you're doing something that is not really beneficial to them, they will mirror image you because you're their hero, so to speak. You know what I'm saying? So me being off a council estate and not having a high calibre of lifestyle, parents, working class people, Dad always been on the tarmacking roads and stuff like that. But so my dad's been in the industry, so we know about work, but I got myself into construction, because I knew construction. There's always houses being built. There's always something happening you can go to any different country. There's always something being built. So I always thought about that when I was in school. But my parents had never said to me, do this, do that. Concentrate on your exams. Concentrate on your SATs. Concentrate on your A levels. Concentrate. We never got that. So the reason why I'm talking about this video, guys, is I want you to understand. If you've got youngsters now going into year 7, or they're moving up into year 6, or just moving up a year in school, and you've never been really enthusiastic about their grades or their SATs or their GCSEs or A levels, make a change. Be really, help them out. Let them know that you've got their back. Give them time to sit and do things. I know some kids don't want to do homework. I know some kids don't want to do GCSE coursework. I know they don't. I've got 2 beautiful girls myself that have just currently left school. They used to be exactly the same. But lo and behold, God forbid, they've done well, they've passed the GCSEs and they're moving on, so brilliant. But some kids don't have the privileges to have computers, or some kids don't have the privilege to have parents like myself who've been in the teaching industry. So, you know, they're going to fall short slightly. So I just want to stay on topic here without tangenting off. Take time with your kids, put some effort into your kids. You know, don't always give them something to sit there quiet and so you can do something that you want to do. Make time. There's 24 hours in a day. If your kids are at school for 6, 7, whatever it is, depending on, you know, after school clubs, breakfast clubs, etc., just take time when they come home for tea. Just say, right, it's tea time now. Phones, TV off, and sit down. Even if it's not a full family, if it's a broken family, mom or dad or stepfather, stepmother, or whatever it is, guardian, parents, nans, or whatever, just sit down and have a chat. And, you know, let them offload with a load of what's happened at school. You do that every day. It's like how can I put it? It's like having a friend instead of just having a parent, you know. Like my lad, my stepson, he loves the bones of me, but I'm an absolute nightmare with him. But I understand there's a line. You can have a line where you can have the fun time, you can have the happy time where you're messing around, acting silly, playing games, pretending to fight, and, you know, acting stupid around the edge. Because I'm like my uncle Peter Pan. I don't want to grow up. And then he also knows there's a line where I say homework needs to be done or bedtime. There's a tone, so he knows. Well, okay. It gives me my time when I want to play on my games and I want to, you know, do what I want to do. It gives me time to sit down and do homework and get what I need to get done. And then it gives me the happy time. So there's boundaries. If you haven't got a boundary, you know, it's like having a dog and trying to make him sit, but you've never trained him to sit. But then you're getting angry because he's not sitting. It's like you've got to have boundaries with everything. So that's the same thing in schools. We, as school teachers, we've got boundaries and we've got certain lines and we only can take him so far. So if your student is coming, one of our students or your child's coming on and I've got detention today, but it was his fault, don't jump all over the teachers. I was having this same conversation with my stepson the other day. 4 or 5 of them had a detention, this cluster here. 4 of them didn't even do anything wrong. But it was all joint enterprise, so all of you got detention because they couldn't get to the bottom of it. Don't come on to me moaning that you've got a detention. You're a part of a cluster of people that are disrespecting or being very, very silly within the school. At the end of the day, I have the same principles. If there's 3 or 4 people in the classroom and I can't get to the bottom of it, both you all have it. So don't jump all over your teachers when your sons come back home with a detention. And he's feeding you. I haven't done it. This, and you start feeling sorry for him. Understand, we pick our job role because we're trying to help your kids. We're trying to help your kids move on in life, trying to get them to the best of their ability in their classes. We have a set amount of work to get through for that academic year, or a certain amount of information and work that we need to get through for that term. So your students, I keep saying students, but our students, your children, have like stepping stones. Get past that stepping stone, and by the time they get to the end of it, that's when their exams are or their coursework. So we have to put a lot of time and effort into your children. So what we get frustrated with as members of staff and people that work in colleges and universities and schools, we get so frustrated with parents when you're quick enough to come into the school and bombard us and belittle us and shout at us because your students are having a detention. Your students had to stay in. Your child has had to stay in at break time. Your child has a detention after school and it's messed with your plans. But you won't sit down and enforce rules and regulations into these kids to come to school and work hard. Put it this way. I need to have a sip of my tea for this. If you had to pay for your child's education, how would you react if your kids was having detentions every other night? You was having emails home, you know, every week, every month, that calendar month, your child had about 10, 15 detentions or phone calls home, but you was paying for the education for your kid. How would you react then? You'd be so different. It's because in England, and I'm not too sure about other countries, in England, you get it for free. Your children get educated for free. For free. It's the only probably thing that you get in this world for free, and that is the education that you and your kids get. I got educated for free. My mum and dad didn't have to pay for my education. I had it for absolutely nothing. And this is why I'm producing these videos now, try to get these educational videos out there for you guys, so you can actually think, you know what? We have this for free. We send our kids to school every day for free. Okay, sometimes you have to pay for dinners if you're a working class parent. You have to pay for your dinners. You have to pay here for a trip here. You have to pay for a trip there. But come on, really dissect it and think about it. You get your education for your son or daughter for absolutely free in England. Okay? So all we ask as teachers and tutors and mentors and, you know, teachers' assistants and supply teachers, send your kids to school with the purpose of you work hard today, because it's for free, and the teachers that are standing in front of your students, your child every day, yeah, we're getting paid. We're getting paid to teach because we have to do, you know, marking at home. We get 13 weeks off a year if you're working, you know, in a normal mainstream school. But yeah, we have 13 weeks off a year, but we have 6 weeks off of the year. The first week off, we're like, great, that's it. But then when it comes to like the third, the fourth, we start getting panicking. Oh God, you know, we've got our kids again. We've got to do all our marking. We've got to make sure all the marking's done. We've got to make sure this is done. We've got to make sure we're liaising with each other as, you know, as teachers, making sure that marking's cross-referenced and everything, and we're setting up everything ready for when your beautiful kids walk in on that Monday morning. So trust me, there's a lot going on when we have like our 13 weeks off a year. So all I ask, guys, is always remember, when you send your children to school when you send your kids to school in England, you get that for free. Just give us teachers some slack. Help us out. Embed rules at home. And just say to your kids, school is there to learn, not to mess around. Help your teachers, because the minute these kids help us, that means we can embed our knowledge and, you know, and help these kids to get the GCSE grades, the A levels that they want. We can't do that if they're rebelling against us. If they're not rebelling against us, we can give them everything they possibly need. And then when they walk into their exams, because I know there's people out there, oh, exams don't mean nothing. We never got exams. I ain't interested in you lot. You're failing your kids. I don't care what you say. You are failing your children, because when it comes to their first job, the first thing that their job co-worker is going to say is, co-worker? Their job, their boss, whoever it is, what's your GCSE grades? Did you get any A levels? Not really. Well, I've got this one here, that one, and that, and these have passed their GCSE grades. They've got D's and C's and stuff like that, but you haven't. They can't look at you guys for experience. They've got to take off their GCSE. They're going to look at you guys and say, right, GCSE grades. It ain't like me going to work tomorrow and picking another job. Oh, well, what experience have you got? Because it's about experience as you get older. When you're younger, it's about your GCSE grades. What have you left school with? Are you an idiot or are you not? It's as simple as that. Your kids get labelled straight away. So if your kids leave school with great GCSEs, you know, A, B, C's, D's, you know, you need to be A, B and C. End of. But it depends on where you are in the country. A, B and C. But if you've got D's, you're still okay. But if you've like, I haven't done my GCSEs, I haven't done this, I haven't done that. If I was running my own business and I've got clowns, I'm going to get no work. So if people are coming to me with CVs and they've got this and this, well, okay, I've only got GCSEs and A-levels to work from if I own my own business. But later on down the line, if they've gone into the construction industry, they've worked in hairdressing, they've done this. You say, what experience have you got? Then they can roll off A, B, C, D and E. But if you leave school with no GCSEs and you start to think, oh, I can't get a job, I can't do this, I'm going to settle for less. Well, to me, personally, I think it's 50% parents' fault. Because if parents influence the kids to do well at school and enforce it, then it's a no-brainer for people that there's going to be rewards at the end of the school. Now, my SATs at junior school, oh, don't worry about them, it's okay, your GCSEs are the best ones. No, they're not. No, they're not. I will stand corrected. If anybody can back their corner against me, SATs are exactly the same as your GCSEs. It's the same ethos, how can I put it? It's the same like goal. You've got to work hard to pass your SATs for you to understand that it's an exam. Once you pass your SATs, then your next exam is going to be your GCSEs. And then your next exam from GCSEs are your A-levels. And then your next ones from your A-levels are university or your college exams. So when I overhear people saying, your SATs ain't no, don't worry about your SATs. Well, if you don't worry about them, yeah, tell everybody what SATs your son or daughter got. And was she or he upset when he came home from school after that day when they all had the SATs results? It's simple as that. I don't care. It's okay. Yeah, SATs ain't no good. Don't worry about SATs. Daughter, son, whatever, don't worry about them. If you fail them, you fail them. No. You're failing them by telling them that. It's like somebody going into the Floyd Mayweather. He's been boxing since the age of how long? But if he kept losing all his fights when he was a young kid, which he did, he lost a few fights. But if his parents was like that, don't worry about it, lad. It's only when you're professional it means anything. No, it's not. It's BS. If you start something, work hard at it, get yourself in a frame of mind of, if I do well at my SATs, it's going to set me up for my GCSEs, it's going to give me the best. It's like anything else, guys, you start to think to yourself, right, if you're good at what you're doing in your SATs, sorry guys, if you're doing something good in your SATs, and you've got that ethos of, I passed my SATs, I'm really good, I'm really good at it. And then you go past your GCSE grades, and then you go past it. It's a knock-on effect. Tell that to your son or daughter when they're doing a driving lesson. Don't worry about the theory test. You can fail that, but you can pass your driving test. Well, you can't because you've got to do your theory test first. But if you're not good at school and you're not educating yourself and you're not really enforcing things at school, well, you're going to fail. You're going to fail tests like this, like a driving theory test, which is like a Q&A. So it all leads to something, guys. Don't fail your children by just saying to them, oh, it doesn't matter, because you probably failed yours. Don't fail your kids in this era. This world at the moment will swallow your kids up. You want your kids to be the best they can possibly be, to get themselves out the slums, out of the run-down areas, because the way the world is now, guys, our kids are done for. Our kids are done for if they have not got any ambitions in life to achieve great and better things. Guys, over and out for me now. If you think this video, is a good video, send it to somebody whose kids are a fucking tearaway. Send it to someone, let them really, really think about it. Because you know what, guys? If we don't invest time in our kids, we're failing them. Simple as that.